Notary Titans. Let me say that one more time. Welcome to Tuesday Notary Titans. My name is Jen Neitzel. I am the creator of Marketing for Notaries, formerly Signing Agent Marketing. And Bill has asked me to help out and co-host with Laura today. Hey, Laura.
Almost there. Let
Oh,
me
she's
see if I
not
can
quite there
find
yet. Sorry.
There we go. Okay. Here I am. People are just leaving for lunch. I'm out in Fresno today.
Oh, nice. So you're teaching out in Fresno today. So I look at Jen Cooper's like, what? Why don't I know this? Right next door.
Yeah, by the convention center.
Nice. So Laura was just running a bit behind, which is why I started the call. You guys, Bill's traveling today. He's at a training seminar. So he, like I said, asked me to fill in. Laura's here. Jen Cooper's going to help us a little bit. We've asked Matt to help us just a little bit because Laura, I know you might have to, I know you kind of have to manage.
I'm good for the hour because now
Awesome.
I'm done teaching and I'll be doing admin work this afternoon.
Why don't you tell everybody how this call is set up so we can just start and get into it?
Well, hey guys, thanks for joining us today. This is our weekly time when we can ask questions. No question is off limits. The way you do that is that you're going to use your virtual hand to raise it to let us know you have a question. It pops you up to the top so we can see you. What we're going to ask is that you unmute, you tell us your name and your state, because a lot of times you ask questions that are state specific. So I need to know that before we can give you a good answer on that. Also, if you just get your question, that would be great. If we need more information than what you've provided us, we'll ask for more, but that allows everybody to have a chance to ask what their question is. So that's how we're going to do it. Start thinking of those questions, start putting your hands up, and throughout the call, we will take a little commercial break so we can make some announcements when necessary.
Well, speaking of, I just want to start with an announcement for anybody on the call that is a notary business builder. There was some miscommunication today with Bill traveling, and the Tom app demonstration call was supposed to have been canceled. Many apologies for not getting that email out on time. So if you showed up to the call and nobody was there, there was an email that was supposed to go out about being canceled and something happened. It just didn't go out. So anyway, many apologies for that. It just kind of fell through the cracks. And since I have you, if you're an NBB member, don't forget tonight, this afternoon, I should say, is our new member orientation call at 2:30 Pacific. And at 3:00 Pacific is our accountability call. So if you would like, if you're a notary business builder, we would love to have you join us this afternoon for the accountability call. It is such a great call. So who's got some questions to get us started today? Everybody's quiet today. What's going on? This is unlike the TNT crowd that I'm used to. Should we just hang it up, Laura?
I have a question.
All right. Is that D?
This is Dee. I just got notice, I think Monday morning, that I did pass the test, but that I'm told it takes another 2 to 3 months to actually get the full commission to be able to start working. In that time, what would you recommend I do with my time?
What state are you in, D?
I'm in California.
It's got to be California.
Just
Nobody else is 3 months out. Yeah, well, it depends, Dee, on what you want to do, what you were planning to do. So first of all, there's lots of things you can do to prepare yourself. And of course, part of that is being part of communities, so that you're in with other notaries who are doing the kinds of work you would like to be doing, and you can start learning about that. The other thing is,
You there?
I think she froze. So I'm going to fill that in for her really quick. Laura, if you can hear me, you froze.
Getting yourself out there in terms of directories, but I don't think I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
We can hear you now.
Frozen but me?
You've just froze for a second. It's okay.
Okay. So Okay, so in addition to the directories, being a part of the communities is great because you could start hearing about experience with different kinds of specialties, whether it's loan signings, trust work, apostille work, and about, what the issues or challenges are, and start learning about that, because you don't need a commission to learn about it. You just need a commission to notarize something. And some of those specialties don't even require the commission, and you can
Mhm.
start them ahead. So these marketing, getting that stuff, getting a plan together, all of those things can happen while you're waiting. Jen, do you want to add to that?
Yeah, I just want to re-stress. I mean, I think that getting your basics in order as you're waiting these next few weeks, Dee, is important. Getting your Google business profile set up is very important. Doing some research and identifying what specialty. Have you thought about your specialty that you wanted to focus on at first?
No, I know there are lots out there. That was kind of gonna be my next question. I figured I'm not gonna focus on that until I know I passed because it's kind of all moot. But now that I know that you don't need to have a commission for all of these, I'll delve more into it. I am in real estate and I'm told that a lot of loan signing is off the table for me because most title companies won't use me. But then I hear conflicting reports that that's not true. So I kind of wanted to look a little bit more into that.
It depends on the title company.
Mhm.
And that is something that's going to
Right.
require research on your part. I
Mhm.
know the big guys like Fidelity and First American frown on realtors also being loan signing agent. It's a competitor thing. I guess they had some notaries in the past that were poaching clients from them, and so
Yeah.
cut it off. Your
Yeah.
smaller, more regional title companies, if real estate is where you want to focus, Dee, um, they're not.
Actually, I'd rather not. I think I'd like to have a stream of income that isn't dedicated to real estate. So I am looking at the specialties,
Okay.
and it's, I've just started, so I don't know enough to even know what to ask.
Right. No, I think this is a great
So
question.
Dee,
I'm
Dee,
sure that,
I'm sorry, Jen.
go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was just going to say to Dee, Dee, have you read our book, Beyond Loan Signings, to give you a taste of what is available to you?
Well, I have the book, and it is on my list of things to read between here and the end of the month.
Yeah, I think that is a great starting spot for you, Dee. In fact, Laura, of course, you were reading my mind. That's exactly what I was going to say, is to get the Beyond Loan Signing book. And it's going to go over all the special, including real estate. It's going to go over all the specialties, and it's going to help you narrow down your choices. And so that way you can find something you're interested in and start there and really nail that particular specialty before you start expanding your services. Because when you go in thinking you're going to do everything, that's when it gets really overwhelming and it's just too much. You want to focus on
Yeah.
learning one specialty in the
Yeah.
beginning of the time. So I
Yeah.
would highly recommend their book. And I
Yeah.
believe Jen has put a link to that in the chat. Thank you so much. Did we answer your question, Dee?
Yes, you did. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, ladies.
You got it. Good luck and welcome to the notary business. This is exciting.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss Debbie, how are you today?
Hi, good morning, afternoon, whatever. I'm, in a whirl today. I have a win that I wanted to share.
Awesome.
Last week was a very good week for me, and 80% of it was repeat clients. And so it doesn't matter how much it was, but 80% of the signings I did were with repeat clients. And that makes me so happy and so proud. And, I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to make it work, regardless of how life keeps pulling me off of the road. Um, it's happening. So,
That's awesome.
even last night, I got a signing through a signing service, and turned out I had signed with them before, like 2 years ago. And I reminded them of that. They said, yep, they remembered me. And I said, well, next time you can request me as your notary. So
Now they know. That's awesome.
yeah.
Congratulations. I love that. Thank you for sharing that win. I love hearing wins. In fact, since so many people have their hands down today, if anybody else would like to share a win and motivate the crowd, please feel free to do so. But of course, we want to take your questions first. That is the whole point of this call, right, Laura?
Exactly. So this is an opportunity for you to ask a basic question about a notarial act, or this is an opportunity for you to ask a question about an assignment. This is also an opportunity for you to share an experience and about whether that was good or not. All of these are things that I think everybody learns. When one person asks the question, I believe they do the heavy lifting and everybody else gets to learn from that. Salisha?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Well, yesterday I did not know what a 510K was, or maybe I should say last week I did not know what a 510K was. But yesterday I apostilled 30 of them.
You gonna share with us what it was? Because I don't
Yes,
know.
ma'am.
What is
Yeah,
it?
yeah. A 510K is a document that says that a medical device is going to be used even in another country, but that it has been okayed through the Food and Drug Administration in the United States of America. So this is a South African company that needs these apostilles for Mexico, but the device has to go through the United States Food and Drug Administration.
That is incredible.
510K.
30 of them. Wow.
Yeah. 510K, and it's not, that's not thinking like a 401K or a 5013B. No. It's a 510K. So that got me to thinking, because there's so many opportunities, and I heard the lady was, lamenting, like, where do you go? Where do you find? Where do you do? The opportunities are endless about where. So now I will just tell you, go out there and target medical device places. McKesson, or people that create medical devices. These are all dental devices, and so that's just another place to look, another place to mine, another place to put your little pan in that little pile of water and shake it around a little bit and find out what kind of gold you can get.
I love it. I love it. Well, congratulations on that win, Salisha. That's huge. What a great day for you. Salisha's buying drinks next time we're together. Thank you for sharing that, and for sharing that medical device is another great way to another great source of business. We get so locked in to one thing: trust, real estate, those little things that we forget that if you can look outside the box, there's so many companies that need our services. So thank you for sharing that. Hi, Yasmin. How are you? What is your question for us today?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Would you guys recommend the Certified Trust Delivery Agent course for someone who just started the notary business?
Would I recommend the course for someone who just started in the business?
Yes.
Absolutely. I've been talking actually to a few notaries recently, Yasmin, and is it Yasmin or Yasmin?
Yasmin.
Yasmin. I've been talking to a few notaries that have just recently gotten into the business. And of course, when you hear about the notary opportunity, the notary business opportunity, and you go and you start researching it, everything's about real estate, right? That's all we see, because was the main source of good income for so many years, a decade. And that's a lot of what is out there. I absolutely recommend it for someone starting out, because you don't have any of the preconceived ideas that we developed during that loan rush that we were all in. You don't have to unlearn a lot of the bad habits and things and ideas that we learned with that. And it is in my opinion, obviously I'm a little biased, but in my opinion, and I think Laura, I know Bill and Laura would agree with me on this, it's a much easier path to income than loans are. And would you agree, Laura?
I would, and I think it's also easier in the nature of the work
Mhm.
because it's so consistent.
Yeah.
Whereas loan signings, it just really takes a long time and a lot of experience and a lot of signings to really see all that variety. There's not that big of a variety in trust work. Once you get it down, it's the same kinds of documents with the same kinds of notarial acts. That procedure is going to be the same. And it makes it much easier for you to build your confidence and your competency in that area.
100%. So guys, everybody on the call, I want you to do something for me. If you are a certified notary trust delivery agent, will you drop a 1 in the chat so Yasmin can reach out to any one of you? And
That was another one of my questions.
oh,
Well,
look
and
at me.
I also want to say real quick, you guys, Yasmin looks like she's in Visalia, which is down the street from me.
Oh,
really?
Yasmin, I sent you a message, so
Okay, yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
welcome.
yeah, you guys need to get together. But Yasmin, there is Rachel put 0.5. I'm in the process. That's hysterical. Yasmin, there's a ton of people that just dropped a 1 in the chat. Please feel free to reach out to as many of them as you would like and talk about the program. I know when you're talking to the people that created it, of course, we love it and we're so proud of it. But I want you to talk to people that have been through the program as well and can offer you their perspective on your question too.
Okay, thank you. Just the second part of the other question was, how would I be able to reach out to a local notary here in Visalia, in my hometown, to maybe kind of give me suggestions, or not suggestions, but just kind of coach, or I don't know what the right word would be.
Jen Cooper?
Yes, the message I sent you a link to a notary group that is here in our area. We cover Visalia, Fresno, Madera, we're all the way around. So there's a lot of notaries in that group that are in your area. I would
Okay,
really encourage you to go to that link, request to join, and we'll get you in and get you connected because
okay, great.
yeah.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Great question, Yasmin. Thank you for bringing that up. Hi, Gia. How are you today?
Hi, happy Tuesday. Thank you all for taking my call. I'm not in the position to show my face, so that's why I'm not doing
worry.
that. But
I get it.
I wanted to do a comment and then ask a question. I just wanted to again thank Laura and Bill. I took the trust class from your, I think it was Coach Me Laura, and I think it was recorded in 2014.
Yeah,
because I
that was
purchased it like
Laura Biewer presents.
okay. And when I tell you that right there earned me $175 so quickly because I went to review it. And when I went into my trust appointment, which was a client from a real estate transaction that was repeat client, it was flawless. Flawless just because of your teaching, the way you present the documents, everything. I've done many loan signings, probably thousands of them at this point, but I was so discouraged because I had a situation with the signing company that asked me to do something illegal, and I just was just taken aback. So I took a break for a month, and then I got a call to do this trust. And so I was like, oh my goodness, I haven't even signed anything in a couple of months. And when I took that course again, and then I went into the appointment with confidence, it was flawless. It took about 45 minutes. So easy. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much for that. So I don't even know if that means I'm certified or not, but I'm definitely competent because of you. So the second question is, in that trust signing, they had the pronouns and the California notary certificate. You know, the she, he, they, we,
Right.
all of that they used to use. So I just crossed out the ones that did not apply. I don't know if I was supposed to do that because I haven't seen that in so long. So yeah.
We don't do that. And it does have to have all the options need to be there. We just don't strike or circle them. So they cannot predetermine the right gender or if it's singular, plural.
Mhm.
All the options need to be there for the notary, but it's not required for the notary to strike or circle.
Got it. So is it a
Leave it
problem
alone.
that okay, is it a problem that I did strike through?
No, it's probably
Okay.
not. But just
Okay.
know that it's not a requirement.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, perfect. And again, thank you so much because I was at the 11th hour. I got that assignment and I wanted to make the money and I could go in there confidently and it was way easier than I thought it would be. And I just want to say thank you so much. That was a tremendous help. Very grateful.
Our
They don't
pleasure.
call her the goat for nothing, let me tell you. She knows her stuff. Thank you so much, Gia. Sue, hi. How are
Hey.
you today? Where are you calling in from?
Northern California.
Right, it's California
So,
Day.
yeah. So my question today is how much do paralegals make an hour? Do anybody know?
Whatever their attorneys pay
That's
them.
W-2 work unless they're a document, a legal document assistant. Those are the ones that work independently. But when they work for an attorney directly, I don't know, they could make 40 a year. They might make anywhere from 40 to 70 a year. Depends on the firm, depends on their experience, depends on, what skills they bring.
Well,
I think
and the
it's where
reason
they're located too.
I asked the question was, so if they're having their paralegals doing their estate planning documents, is it cheaper to use the paralegals? Is it cheaper to use us?
I don't think that's the right question. I think there's a more powerful question than that. And it's what could they be doing if they weren't doing that?
Got
Are
it.
there other activities that they could be doing that are higher level to support the attorney if they weren't, stuck doing the signing ceremony for every one of those? And rather than saying, is it cheaper or more expensive, I look at what else could be happening instead.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. You answered my question. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Sue. That was a great question. Delcy in New York, how are you? Oh,
Did we lose her?
Delcy, did we lose you?
Let's just take down our
Oh,
hands.
there I go. Hi.
Oh, there you are.
Hey.
Okay.
I have a quick question in regard to witnesses. I know in Florida that they require a second witness on the deed for seller packages. And I also know that as per title, they may require a witness on the buyer side. But I'm wondering, I had a first experience where the I was going with the rule of thumb, like more is better than less. And so I saw, when I wasn't sure and the title company didn't get back to me while I was at the table in regard to whether they needed their mortgage witness, I said, well, okay, at least let me witness. And then after the fact, they reached back out to me and said that because I didn't have two witnesses, I should line through mine and initial it. And I was just wondering if anyone has had any experience with that and moving forward, how I should address it. Do I just leave it alone if I don't hear back from them?
Well, I think the part that is really important that maybe I missed while you were talking is what was the direction with the document? Did the document had a place for two witnesses?
Yes.
Okay,
They,
so
I find they always do.
Okay, so I let the document speak to me, and if the document had a place for two witnesses for a document signing rather than notarization, then I would get two witnesses. I would follow the instruction of the document if they did not get back to me, and that would be my reasoning is the document was set up for this type of execution. The signer signs in front of two witnesses. I can be one, they need a second one. If they only had the line for one witness, then it would just be one. But that's how I would view it is if I can't get specific direction, I would let the document direct me.
Okay. They just didn't have a second witness around. It was just me and the signer, so.
Right, but you're asking how would you address it in the future? And what I'm telling you is that then you manufacture one. Maybe you got to call a friend. They got to call a friend. But if it's set up for two witnesses, getting one is not enough when it's set up for two.
Okay. Thank you.
And if they wanted you to strike yourself as a witness and go with no witnesses, then okay,
Okay.
that's what they wanted.
All right. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Thanks, Delcy. Okay, let's see who is next. It is a Mr. Phil Shannon. Hey, Phil.
Hey guys, I come to you live in person from Sacramento, the District Association of Fire Districts. I'm here harassing a bunch of firefighters, but I will be available at 5 minutes after the hour for my normal presentation. Sorry I missed last week, but you guys changed the Zoom link on me. Didn't tell me. I'm just kidding. But I couldn't track you guys down. I was at a ambulance company in Bakersfield. But 5 minutes after TNT, we'll be discussing how you can protect and grow your business. Please feel free to reach out to me if you need the link. My phone number is in the chat, and I think Jennifer probably put the information there as well. So we look forward to seeing you 5 minutes after TNT, where we can show you how to protect, how to grow your business, and also generate additional source of income if that's what you're looking for. Thanks so much for your time, everybody. Thanks, Laura. Thanks, Jen.
You got
Thanks,
it,
Phil.
Phil. Good to see you.
Hey, Jen. I
Yeah.
saw a question about pricing, promo code for the CNCDA. Do you want to talk about our fall promotion for a moment?
Absolutely. We do have a discounted price available for the certification to become a notary trust delivery agent. It's $247. Couple of things, because I did see that too, and I noticed someone said something about, not having the funds right now, and I get that. I just want to tell you guys, it is never going to be less expensive than $247. It's only, and we're going to hold it here, as long as we can, because we understand what notaries are going through right now as we're going through these pivoting years, as it's turning out. We're going to hold it at $247 as long as we can. With that, you also receive lifetime access not only to the program and any upgrades that we make to the program, and we are working on making upgrades to the program, but you are also going to get lifetime access to the Legacy Vault by My Life and Wishes for you and your family to use. And that right there is worth its weight in gold, if you ask me. It's a $697 value that you guys get for free. So $247, it is never going to be lower than that. I can promise you it's only going to go up from there. Like I said, we're holding out as long as we can. Laura, did you have something you wanted to say?
Well, I just want to say, Jen, let's address MBB members because there may be some on here.
And excellent point. Thank you. I didn't think about that. If you are a notary business builder, you're a member of Notary Business Builder, you will always receive, and you can find this on your Notary Business Builder dashboard, you will always receive a $70 off coupon code for the training. So your training ends up being, what is that?
I don't know, 70 off of the 247.
Whatever
I'm a
that is.
notary, not a mathematician.
Thank you, because I can't do math in my head to save my life. But whatever the current price is, and when that price starts to go up, it will continue to be $70 off whatever the retail price is. So thank you, Cynthia. $177 is what the price is if you are a notary business builder. That is the only discount that we offer, as if you're a notary business builder. Anything else I forgot, Laura?
No, I think that was it, but I also just want to take a breath to make announcements regarding different upcoming events that people might want to put on their calendar. And some of them I know the exact date, some of them I just know the month. So if I don't know the date, Jen might know it, or Matt might know it, or the other Jen might know it. And starting with January, there is the Level Up. That is by Zoom, and Lori Morgan, that's her event. There are 4 speakers, primary speakers. Bill and I are 2 of them. I don't know who the other 2 are, but then there's panelists as well. And then, and I want to say, isn't that around the 14th? It's around the middle of January. And social media, it's everywhere. It's coming out. The other thing is that Notary Family is doing a Notary Family event also in January, but they moved it. It's not the same day as Level Up. I believe it's a week later. They had a venue change. So that's coming up. Those are the two things in January. Then in March, we have the Meet and Mingle in Seattle, Washington, and that should be a really great event. Nicola Jackson, and she's the director of training and education at the NNA, will be the kickoff speaker. I'm speaking, Bill's speaking, and I don't know, they haven't published a full agenda of speakers and topics yet, but it'll be like a Friday night and a Saturday, and that's in Seattle, Washington, and that is March of this year. And then, of course, we have the NNA conference coming in May, and it's in Florida, and so that's coming up. And Jen, you got the link for that handy?
You know what? I was
Still early
actually,
bird pricing, but it's the regular link, and then it's I think it's 2024 NNA or NNA 2024, one way or the other. That's what the end of the link is. Thank you for Matt putting January 13th as level up. But the
so
link hasn't been published yet.
I just need to send this link because it's on my phone. I need to send it to
That's
my
fine.
laptop.
It'll come up. MBB has their own link for the conference. And then if there's anybody in Montana here, I know we don't have a lot of Montana notaries, but there is a conference in August for Montana notary state specific. And you could probably find that information on the Secretary of State's website, because that is sponsored by that organization in August. And then we have October. We've got the Philly Social, I believe, happening in October in Philadelphia.
It is.
And then we also have the Notary Academy is going to be doing something in Arizona in October. So as you can see, there are a lot of peer events for us to attend. And my recommendation is to start identifying which one or ones you would attend, because nobody would expect you to attend all of them. When would you do work, right? And you got to do the work to fund fund the trip. So it's always good to know what's coming. For instance, the level up isn't going to cost you very much. You don't have to go anywhere for that, you know, so that price is going to be pretty low. The notary family is pretty low too, and it's in the Sacramento area, so it'd be really for the locals. So there's no hotel to worry about. Your bigger expense ones are going to be the NNA, and if you're not in the Seattle area, you know, those ones. Oh, and the Philadelphia one. So there's several that are going to require travel and hotel and all of that. Start thinking now about which ones you want to identify as one that would be good for you to attend. And when I say good for you to attend, that means I find out who are the speakers, what are they talking about, how does that apply to you, so that you get some ROI out of attending. It is great to network and meet fellow notaries, but if there isn't anything compelling there, what might be cheaper or closer to go do the networking, right? If you're going to spend a lot of money, then it better be more than a reunion. So I
and
want people to think that.
I think you have an excellent point. And I just want you to know, if you are a Marketing for Notaries member, or if you, Jen, we have our own link, actually, if you wouldn't mind using our link for that. Yep. It's NBB 2024 instead of NNA 2024. I just posted it on there, you guys, for your tickets to the NNA conference in Orlando. But I do want to let all of our Marketing for Notaries members and our notary business builders know that in January, I'm hosting a call and working with influencers all over the country that are hosting notary-centered events in 2024. And we're going to be going through each of these, including a description, so that you can make an informed choice and that you are spending your hard-earned notary money wisely on a learning opportunity that meets your specific needs. There's everything from one-day meetups to a notary cruise happening in November of 2024. So we will we'll be diving into those a little bit deeper too. And maybe that's something we can bring an abridged version to TNT for as well. So everybody can, I'll have to clear that with Bill, of course, and Laura, but you know, I think that that would be a great way for everybody to make some good informed decisions. So I totally agree with Laura.
Great.
Okay,
Well, now I think we're ready to go back and answer questions.
more questions. Yeah, hey Debbie, you have another question for us? Debbie, you are on mute.
There, thank you very
There she
much.
is.
As you were connecting Dee with other notaries in the Visalia area, I'm wondering if there's anybody else on TNT here today that's on the San Francisco Peninsula area.
All right, if you are in
Would
the,
anybody like to put a 2 in the chat if you're in the San Francisco Bay Area?
you reading my mind today, Debbie? I was just going to say that. Throw a 2 in the chat if you are from the Bay Area, so that Debbie can reach out to you. It's so important to have other notaries, and that's what one of the things I love that Laura, you and Bill have done such a great job with this with TNT over the years, is you let everybody know that this is not competition between notaries. The collaboration that happens and the ideas that happen and the support, the encouragement that happens when you are when you have relationships with other notaries, it's just so important. So yes, everybody let Debbie know if you're in that area. And Debbie, it looks like you have a few people to reach out to.
Okay.
All right, Lisa.
Hi, I'm from Louisiana, and I have a fairly large list of clients that I did notary work for. And I was just wondering if anybody had any opinion on how I could market those people for more business.
Well, you have come to the right place, Lisa. I have lots of ideas on how you can do that. But first, I want to ask Laura. Laura, do you have any ideas for
No,
Lisa?
I'd be happy to hear from the marketing guru.
From the market. Oh, I don't know about guru, but Lisa, how long have you been in business?
I've been a notary since 2004 and a signing agent and mobile business since 2017.
Wow, congratulations. You have been at this for quite some time. So Lisa, when you meet with these folks, do you ever send them follow-up emails?
No, all I do is leave a card, and then I always have a little marketing packet that I leave behind, maybe an ink pen or something with my information on it. So if they have one or the other, the card or the marketing piece, and that's it. And that's where I'm stuck at. And I was going through my contacts. I was like, I have over 125 of these people that I've contacted, but it's phone numbers, it's not email addresses. That's the problem.
Well, I would say 2 things. Moving forward, Lisa, make sure you're getting everybody's whole contact information, phone number and email address. With what you currently have, 125 phone numbers, I would make it a point to reach out to them via text, remind them who you are, and encourage them to save your contact information in their phone. In fact, I would change your contact to have your first name Lisa and your last name be Notary or Notary Public, so that they can just search Notary in their phone, and you can lay that out in the text. Like, next time you need a notary, save my contact and just search for Notary instead of Lisa, because they're not going to remember Lisa. They're going to remember Notary. And then ask them if they would be so kind as to want to send you their email address so that you can stay in touch with them at least once a month. And then once a month, send out a informative, valuable piece of content via email. I'm not talking about what's going on in notarial law in Louisiana, because I promise you, your customer who lives down the street and, you know, you did a loan signing for, they don't care that, you know, something happened with notarial law, right? That's not what they want to hear. But maybe it's things with your town that are happening. You know, it's football season, right? Who's in the playoffs? If it's your town, talk about that. You know, if there's a new restaurant going up down the street, talk about that. It's just community focused kinds of articles. And I'm sure you probably have a local community paper that you could, you know, share some information with that monthly too. And that allows you to just stay in touch with them and stay top of mind if they need a notary. Not everybody's going to opt in and want to send you their email address, Lisa, and that's okay, you know, but the ones that you can get, stay in touch with them via email. And then maybe every now and again, do the same thing with the text with the phone numbers that you do have. How does that sound?
That sounds perfect. I would have never thought of it that way, but I'm definitely going to do that. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. That is step 2 and 3 of the 5-point marketing system. You want to get all the contact information you can from your customers or anyone that you are doing with direct marketing with. And number 3, you want to stay in touch with them at least once a month. Do not think that people are going to save your business card in a special spot, because I don't know about you, but I lose things on my desk all the time. So we all get lots of stuff. So great question, Lisa. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Hina, am I saying your name correctly?
Yes, it's Henna.
Henna, how are you? What is your question and where are you calling from?
I'm in California, and my question is, are title companies still contracted with signing services, or we can reach out to them directly for business? Because and how do we reach out to these title companies? What's the best approach?
So the best approach to reach out to title companies is to be professionally dressed, walk in the door, and introduce yourself and your business with confidence. If you need help with that, Hina, I am happy to help you with that. I have a whole website dedicated to how to do that called Marketing for Notaries. Jen, would you mind putting that in the chat for me? Thank you so much. We teach a whole 5-point system. It's the exact system, Hina, that I used to grow my business over 75% several years ago. How to, you know, if you can send them a flyer. 99.999% of them are going to end up in the trash, though. Just know that. They're not going to hire somebody from a flyer. They want to see you in person. Title companies are looking for professional representation for their professional office. That's
but are they still contracted with the signing? Would they rather use them?
It depends on the individual title company.
Okay.
I encourage you to, right now, the Fidelity companies of the world, First American Titles of the world, they don't necessarily need you right now. They are inundated with notaries. The people that really need your help are your smaller, regional, or local title companies. So focus there first.
Can you name, Laura can name a couple in California?
You're on mute, Laura.
A couple of what? I had somebody talking to me.
Title companies, local
regional
title
companies.
Where are you?
Bay Area?
In the Bay Area? Yeah, I'm not familiar with that, but there are non-fidelity companies or boutique companies, and I think you're just going to have to look them up because I am in the Valley. Now, Matt might know some if he's
Matt's
still on
posting
the call.
1 or 2. Yeah, they're posting.
Placer, okay. Old Republic, Orange Coast. Okay.
Yeah.
And your bigger offices like First American, Matt posted that. Like I said, anything owned by Fidelity, yes, they're probably going to tell you that they use signing services. They're contracted with the signing service. Keep in mind, a lot of that is just their way of politely saying no because they don't have the time to talk to you when you walk in. But like I said, if you start with your smaller, more regional places, your more boutique title companies, Hina, you are going to,
one more minute.
Okay.
You're going to get more traction that way.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck. Good luck. Lorena, how are you?
Hi.
Hi there. What is your question today?
My question is for Laura, and I just want to say that I just got certified a few days ago. I'm so excited as a trust delivery agent. Yes. Between now and getting my first signing, what do I need to focus on besides familiarizing myself with the documents and how to describe them to, the clients or the customers at their homes or at the law offices? Is there anything that I should focus on besides familiarizing myself with the documents? And of course, reaching out to attorneys.
So Lorena, before you keep going, so if you're already ready to go, if you were called tomorrow and you could go out and take care of it, then what I think you need to be looking at is what kind of marketing activities are you going to engage in? Because just because you're certified doesn't mean, the sky opens and they just all fall into your lap. So do you have an upgraded LinkedIn plan? Have you looked at joining any groups that attorneys would be a part of? Have you scoped out who are the local attorneys who do estate planning in your particular area that you might decide to pop in with? I mean, these are all plans that need to be pulled together before, they just start calling you. You have to become visible to them. So I'd be working on that.
That is correct. And I'm actually doing that. I've updated my LinkedIn. I'm reaching out to attorneys in my area and other areas via email, via LinkedIn. So yes. Yeah.
So Lorena, I would
And in
add to
person?
that, if I'm going to piggyback on what Laura said, you know how we love to piggyback around here. I would add to that optimizing your Google business profile. And also, I can't stress enough how important it is to get out and network with attorneys, because as you learned when you went through the program, attorneys, they don't know, the majority of them don't know about mobile notaries like the way the title, you're making an assumption if you think that they know about mobile notaries the way title and escrow companies know about notaries. They don't. They don't realize that there's thousands of notaries across the country just ready to work with them and help them. So we have to kind of educate them. And you don't want to just meet an attorney and start verbal vomiting, all about your certification and this, that, and the other. You want to go to these notary events, get to know them, build the know, like, and trust factor. And that's going to help you tremendously. And that's going to take some research on your part. Matt brought up the Bar Association. In what town did you say you're in, Lorena?
I'm from Glendale, Arizona.
All right. So go to Glendale Bar Association and see if you can find networking events that they are putting on. A lot of times they require, most of the time they require membership. So make sure that they allow non-attorney affiliates, which is what you are, to network with them. And if they do, it might be a great place for you to join. Your local estate planning council. I know Laura is a huge advocate of that. It's a great way for you to find some networking events, and then make it a point as you're building the reputation of being the certified notary trust delivery agent in your town in Glendale, I think you said. Make it a point, that you're also still reaching out on social media with LinkedIn. You're still, you're going to these events. And then while you're there, ask them where else they network, and just get out there and make yourself known.
100%. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Jen, can I add also?
Yeah.
Bill just updated his daily dues, which is a daily practice on how to stay connected and follow up to any client, but he just updated it for attorneys specifically. And it really is helpful to give you a little bit of a roadmap on I'm going to do this, and this every day or every 3 days or whatever, to help you connect and stay connected and follow up with the people that you start to meet and connect with. And I put a link to that in the chat for you.
Sorry. Excellent point, Jen. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Did we answer your question, Lorena?
Yes, all of you did. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, Rose, what is your question for us today?
Hi. I received two loan signing jobs and they requested yellow paper. And I never had that happen. I've been a loan signing agent for almost 2 years and a notary for about 20 years. And I went on the Notary Cafe and I posted a post. And it took about a month, but somebody replied that they had one as well, but they never explained what the yellow paperwork was for. Do you have any idea what the yellow paper would be for?
I have absolutely zero clue, and that is someone that has an extensive background working in mortgage. I have never heard that. Laura, have you? She's never heard it either. Matt saying it might be a county recording requirement. I do not know. It could be a fraud prevention tactic that particular lender is using. Kim Flanagan is saying it might be a collection job. I don't know, but that's a new one for me.
Well, I missed out on two of them, and I went out and I bought what I would think would be a better yellow to go with. And since I bought the paper, I haven't received any more, but at least now when I go, I can be prepared and then
Now
I
you're
can
ready.
share it.
Yeah. Rachel asked this, and I'm actually curious. Did they give you a specific yellow? Because could be pastel yellow, bright. I mean, did they say?
They didn't say anything. They just said on yellow paper. And I put in the comment, I didn't say accept or decline. So I made a comment. I said, I've never done yellow paper before. What kind of yellow paper are you looking for? And they never replied back or, showed of any interest. So there's so many gaudy yellows out there. I just went with the nice color yellow to be on the safe side.
Well, I wish I could help you more, Rose, but that's a new one for me. I've never heard of it, but I guess if the job paid well, then it was worth buying the yellow paper, right?
Yes, it was. I just hope I get more of them.
That's right. That's right. There you go. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, Rose. And if you
You're
ever
very welcome.
please come back and let us know.
Oh, I will absolutely let you know because I am curious.
Yasmin, thank you so much. Yasmin, do you have another question for us?
Yes, I just wanted to know how, if I can get any feedback as to how you come up with a business name.
Ooh, that's a really good question. Me personally, I could not think of one. And when I was starting out in 2017, and my very good friend Molly, who is a tax preparer, and I were talking, and she was telling me about the tax implications and stuff. And she said, I don't know, whatever you call it, like if you decide to call it Neitzel Notary, and that she was just using that as an example. And so I stuck with that. That's how I chose mine. But there are so many ways that can help, things that can help you. There's Chat GPT. You can, put some parameters in for what you're trying to talk about in Chat GPT to try and come up with a name. But personally, I would ask your friends, ask your family, write down some words that have meaning to you. If anybody has advice for Yasmin on how to find a name for her business, can you please put that in the chat for her? How does that sound, Yasmin?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Laura, do you have anything about a name?
Yeah, one of the things I think is important, sometimes it's our opportunity to just use our own name. However, when I named my business, which is At Your Service Mobile Notary, there were things that went into that. One is, back at that time, being at the front of the alphabet was important. So although now it isn't quite as important because you're not flipping through the yellow pages, you just type in what you're looking for, notary near me. But that's why I started that way. But At Your Service Mobile Notary, I have found over and over again, the clients tell me, I chose you of the 10 notaries that were showing up because of the name, because you were at my service, because it sounded like you'd be flexible to my needs. And that's what I wanted to accomplish with the name of my business. So think about what you want to accomplish with that. And then, of course, once you come up with a fictitious business name, then you've got the process of having to file a fictitious business permit to use it and make sure nobody else already has it in California.
Yeah. Awesome. Does that help, Yasmin?
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. And you've got a lot of suggestions in the chat. Thank you for bringing that up. You're letting us flex our creative muscle. Hi, James. Thank you for saying bless you when I sneezed. I appreciate that. You are on mute, James.
Okay. How about now? Can you hear me?
I can. What is your question
Okay.
for?
This is really a statement. Can I make a statement?
Yeah.
Not a question. Last night I had the honor to actually do a signing with a California couple here in Kentucky on a California Form 593. I had never done one yet, and what a lesson that was. I need to educate myself more on that. Other than the internet, do you suggest anywhere I can get more information? Can I Google that through California, you think?
Yeah.
The 593?
Absolutely. That's where I start. I start with Google.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I start Googling the number and the form, and I start taking a look at a sample to see what it's about. And usually
it was
within the
really,
first paragraph or two, you'll know,
yeah,
you know,
it was tough. I haven't done these before, and I'm still in the learning process. So I got it though. They said I did good. So good. Last statement. When I finish a notary signing, I always collect their addresses because you have them, and I send them a thank you card that I buy from Walmart. And it's a simple, but that has gained me a lot of respect from my clients, calling me back, asking for more help, sharing it with neighbors, etc. It's really worked good for me.
There is nothing that beats that handwritten card. It's so personal.
Yeah, just a thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just think about it, James. We go to our mailboxes and it's just full of bills and junk mail. When you get that handwritten card, it's like, oh, it makes you feel special. And that's how we want our customers to feel.
Yeah,
so thank you
that
for
works.
sharing that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys. I'm listening. I'm learning. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Okay, we have time for one last question. So Cassie Creech, what is your question for us today?
Hey, everybody. Thanks for taking. I know we're right here at the end. I appreciate it. My question is on a loan signing, when it's through a signing service, does anyone know who determines the amount, the fee that is listed on the closing disclosure for the notary? Because there are times when that fee is, you know, quite a bit higher than what the notary actually receives. Any input on that?
Yeah, it's a great question. And it's a great question to clarify. So when the title company is preparing the closing disclosure, where they disclose the amount on of the notary service on that settlement statement, Cassie, they are using the entire fee that goes to the signing service. So for example, if it says $300, right, that is what the signing service is getting. They're paying you whatever you accepted from them. So if it's a $300 fee and you're getting $150, then you know what their profit is. Does that make sense?
It definitely does. I appreciate it. Yeah, we were, trying to figure that out in our notary knowledge group. So we appreciate your response.
You are welcome. And I'll tell you what, that right there was the whole reason that I started knocking on doors in 2017 to title companies, because I saw what those signing services were getting and I knew what I was getting. And boy, there was a gap in the middle of there and I wanted the whole thing. So that was the whole reason that I started, like I said, knocking on doors and introducing myself in person to get that direct business.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You are welcome. So Laura, do you have any last minute comments before we wrap up?
Jen, there was a comment I missed, one of the peer events coming up in May, and that is Dashika's Michigan Consortium. which is right following the NNA. When theirs is over, then she's got one coming on. And then the other one was in the chat, but there's a clubhouse today at 5 o'clock with Matt, myself, and Sue Hope. And
Yes.
it's on fingerprinting. Jeff Clark will be our guest today. So if anybody is going to, wants to find out more about the requirements and how do you get the work and group work versus individual work or having bricks and mortar, all of that, we're going to be discussing that. Just go to a Notary Successful Journey on Clubhouse.
Nice. And that is at what, 5 o'clock Pacific, correct?
5 Pacific.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. This was another awesome Tuesday Notary Titans. We will see you back here next week. And if you're an NBB member, we'll see you on the accountability call today at 3 p.m. Pacific. Have a great rest of your week, everyone. Bye-bye.